Morning, everyone. So it's a typical bank holiday Monday. It is tipping it down with rain. It's disgusting outside. The event that I was going to go to is being cancelled. Everything is horrible today. We are in the middle of Storm Katie. I don't know why they call them. Give them names now for storms. They're not hurricanes or tornadoes or anything like that. It's just a storm. It's windy. It's wet. It's horrible. So do you know what? I thought I would just go through something that I haven't gone through yet, and I would talk to you about my Jaybo Indestructible and my custom box mod. Cool. Let's have a look. So the setup that I have is the Jaybo Indestructible on top of this custom box mod. First off, let's just tell you how it is as a package. So it's a nice all-round package. It's quite a large device, really. It is a Hammond box, so it is that sort of slightly leaned at the top look. Obviously, it's supposed to be sat like that as a component for something, but this one obviously has been modified so that it's got a voltmeter and a button, and then a nice big 510 connection on the top. There you go. See. So what I thought we'd do, since it's a nasty day, we'll just we'll have a little bit of a vape, have a bit of a chat about this particular device, my thoughts. And that's about it, really. So first of all, with the Jaybo Indestructible, it's a nice device. It's very, very airy. It's got an interesting design. As I said in the vlog previously, it's maybe not my favourite RDA in the world at the moment, but it's perfectly acceptable. What it has is a sort of quite a unique design. So let's go down, have a little bit of a look at it, and I can tell you more about it. So here it is. Here is the Jaybo Indestructible on top of my custom box mod. Let's just take it off there quickly. So what is it? So it's a small flavour chasing RDA. It's got a decent 510 pin. This is a clone, by the way. As I said before, I was going to do a couple of clones. It comes in several different pieces. It's got the top section. It's got the barrel section, like so, with the build-in at the moment. And then this piece comes off as well. Covered in juice, but that's fine for you. So it comes in quite a few different bits. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 actual sections to this particular RDA. I'm going to give it a bit of a clean whilst we talk about it. And that is quite interesting and unique. If you can see, it's getting juice all over my desk, and that is probably one of the first things that I would say about it. It's quite a juicy atomizer. It leaks. Well, it doesn't leak, but it gets juice everywhere because of the design. So what you have is you have your deck section, which has a kind of 4-post design. What you have in the middle there is you have a big slot, which is different. It means that you can fit massive builds in there. Let's just focus up on this a little bit more so you can see what I mean. So if you can see, there's a massive slot in the middle there. There's the lighting. Sorry. You can see that massive slot, and then the other post holes are more just lapped. So you've got basically they're not holes. You just trap the wires underneath them, which is, again, it's a little bit different. It's a bit reminiscent of some other ones like the Rogue. It also has this frustrating design where you have Allen keys, so hex screws, and Phillips head screwdrivers. And I don't understand why they've done that. It doesn't seem to make much sense to me. Why would you have two different types of screwdrivers or screw heads in your RDA? I mean, it just, well, it is what it is, I suppose. I've got a dual fuse Clapton on there, as you can see, and it's performing quite nicely. Then what you have is you have your barrel section. Now I know with the clone it's very similar. This bit is not engraved on this. This is more sort of laser etched on the actual device. It's properly embossed and engraved away, as with the bottom piece. That's normally it properly engraved rather than laser etched. You have two different types of airflow with this. So you have dual coil and single coil. With the single coil, as you can see, it's got a slightly larger slot in the middle, and then you've got equal sides down there. And what you will do to actually set it up as a single coil or dual coil, to set it up as dual coil, you put it over the side piece here so that it's covered by the side of the post hole, which is quite a clever way of doing things, really. It's covered off, and then you've got your airflow coming in at both sides to hit your dual coils, which is nice and easy. Still really juicy, sorry about that. Then what you've got is you've got an interesting design of top cap airflow control malarkey. So what you have, and I know that I've been through this in another video already, but I'll go through it again properly. What you have is you have airflow in the top, which marries up with airflow in the sort of barrel mouthpiece section. This is unique as far as I'm aware in terms of RDAs, in that it has a 3-piece drip tip. So what you do is you take your airflow control ring, like so, drop it, place it on there so that you've got, let's focus that again, so you've got your airflow coming in as you wish. I've got it closed off, and then this is threaded. Ooh, there we go, this is threaded, so you screw the mouthpiece whilst holding the airflow control ring, and that's it. And then you've got this conical top piece, which then slots on top of there. Doesn't matter where it goes because I've got it all closed off, but if you had it not unclosed, then you would marry up that with that so that it would go on top like that. It's really quite straightforward. It is quite an open, airy drawer. As I said again, I think I've done this video already, but I can't remember. It's quite like the phenotype in terms of the airflow, so it's not an optional airflow. You don't have the option to close it off at all. It is either single or dual, open or not. Well, just open. The only option you have is in the airflow up here, which I have elected to have completely closed off. So yeah, that's that portion. Then let's have a look at the mod that I've been using. So this is a custom box mod. It was made, there's a guy on eBay who sells these, called Roxmod. And he makes these custom boxes. He has a limited releases of them from time to time. He makes them himself, from what I understand, and they are, well, this is a Hammond box, so it is a it's a parallel unregulated 1850 box. You have magnets at the 4 corners in order to keep the door on. You have a button, which is relatively nice. Then you have a voltmeter, which shows you the voltage that you're getting from your batteries. Obviously this is not under load, so therefore you're getting all of the power out of the battery, so you're getting 4 volts. Nothing to see there, nothing to see there, and then a big spring-loaded 510 in the top. Let's just show you that. So nicely spring-loaded 510 in the top. As I said before, there is a sort of a lean on this, so it's not actually straight, which could annoy some people. It doesn't really bother me, it's fine. It comes with a nice little Stormtrooper blaster, or Star Wars blaster sort of logo, and I put a Cosmic Fog sticker on there as well. Then you've got a plastic housing, and then you can take that out, take the box off, made of ABS, and then you've got the internals. So I've got 2 18650s in there. You can see the MOSFET there. The wire is all nice and clean. You've got a battery sled in the middle, and then you've got a volt meter, so it comes from the switch to the voltmeter to show you your charge, to show you the power that you're drawing off the batteries. All connects up to the 510 connection at the top, and it's really very straightforward. It's not simple, but it's straightforward. It's a nice simple design. Then that snaps on nicely on the top there. You can put it on either which way you wish. So it is same size each way, and that's it really. It's a fairly sort of nice big box. Let's go back up to the normal view and we can continue to vape. So there we are. That was up close with the box mod and the Indestructible RDA. As I said, quite an airy draw. Let's have a toot. In fact, actually, let's drip this beforehand, because otherwise I'm going to get a dry hit, and I don't want a dry hit, because I've been dabbing it with the tissue. Again, a little bit of homemade juice. There we go, making sure that we line up the airflow holes correctly. And then you can see showing under load 3.7 volts we're getting off this. Nice vape. This is a bit big to carry around on a day-to-day basis in your pocket, because it's just massive, but for a box mod just in the house, yeah, it's nice. Gives you that nice unregulated vape. What I like about it, I like having the voltmeter on there. Actually, it's good so that you can see whereabouts your batteries are, rather than having to do it just by feel, like you would with other unregulated devices. And it does a pretty good experience. It's a nice vape. It's warm. It's airy. It's got a nice feel to it. You know that you've got something in your hand. It's quite hefty. I suppose my benchmark for box mods really has to be with my tugboat. So if you see the size comparison, it is obviously it's shorter, it's narrower, if you can see that. Yeah, you can see that, narrower, and it's quite a lot thinner. Now this I would take out and about with me, and I still think it is my favourite box mod, but this is a perfectly nice little vape for out and about around the house. I believe Flawless have done a a tugboat, a tug life box mod with a voltmeter in there. I know that you can get some clones of them, but that will be something that I will try and review. Also, then you think of maybe something like the hexome. So the hexome is probably the closest sort of in between these two devices. So this is a handmade custom box mod. So this is the only one that there should be around like this. Obviously the tugboat box is tug life box. Sorry. Is mass produced. It's machined in a factory, whereas this is handmade in someone's shed. But don't let that put you off. I would absolutely, if you are looking at having a bit of a play with some other devices, trying some things out, then absolutely get yourself an unregulated box mod. I really would recommend it. It's a great vape. I think with the voltmeter on there, it means that you get that ability to check where your batteries are. Just so that you know what sort of voltage you're getting out of them, so that you've got, an optimal vape. And I do like an optimal vape, as we all do. It's a good device. I know I've said that loads, so I'll stop waffling now. But look, thank you very much. I hope the weather clears up for you if you're watching today. Otherwise, please do like, please do subscribe. Thank you very much. We're heading towards 300 subscribers, which I'm chuffed with. So thank you again for that. That's brilliant. And if there's anything else that you'd like to see from me, please feel free to shout, comment, etc. Thanks very much.